Update. During dinner, a couple at a nearby table started to argue. The man raised his voice, expressing how unappreciated he felt after spending the day treating his wife to nice things, only to be met with her nasty attitude. The woman shot back, suggesting that his secretary probably didn't have a bad attitude, implying he should be dining with her instead, as he had done before. He then smacked her out of her chair. People around us gasped and a couple of men stood up to defend the woman and take down her partner. I looked over at Kim. He had a timid look on his face and began turning redhead. He sunk into his seat and looked towards the exit. He got up with the other men, but instead of helping the woman at the table, he ran to the back of the restaurant. It felt like the beginning of our relationship all over again. Once more, he wasn't protecting me, just running away. That coward. I knew he didn't have it in him. I left money on the table for the bill and dragged him to the car. The whole time, all I could think about was how he ran away from everything. He didn't have a brave bone in his body, and it saddened me that I hadn't realized it all these years. I tried to look past my emotions because Kim was great in every other way as a partner. I didn't want my feelings to ruin a great relationship. The next day we went to the dog park as a special treat for our dog, Gigi. She loved playing with the other dogs, even though she was a small chihuahua. Kim and I sat on a bench and let Gigi roam freely until this huge Rottweiler walked up to Gigi and began barking at her. She ran back to me and jumped in my lap. The Rottweiler began barking at me and seemed like it was going to bite me. Kim jumped behind me. Just then the Rottweiler's owner called out to it and whistled. The Rottweiler, almost in an instant, ran back to its owner. The man came back and apologized. He said his dog is learning that smaller dogs aren't small games to prey on, and that was it. I smacked Kim on the shoulder and asked, "What was that?" He said, "What was what?" And I said, "Why didn't you help me with the dog?" He said, "It could have bitten him." I asked, "What about me?" He said that he couldn't save both of us. He argued if both of us had gotten mauled by the dog, then who would be able to call the ambulance? He said he was looking out for the both of us. I was furious. My blood boiled, but I couldn't do anything. He had shown me time and time again that I couldn't trust him in times of danger. I just hoped for better. I hoped that his other qualities as a partner would outshine those moments. I knew I couldn't be with him much longer. The next day I drove back over to my parents' house and talked to my mom. My sister and mom had been talking before because as soon as I asked her to talk, she knew it was about Kim. I gave my whole spiel in the new incident at the dog park and told her I didn't know what to do. On one hand, I had an amazing partner who listened to me, was fun, and who I considered my best friend. On the other hand, I had someone that I couldn't rely on to protect me, even in small instances. Mom said that the quality that she loved the most about my dad was how much of a man he was. He was strong, kind, and protected our family. She went on to validate my feelings and said that while love was important in a relationship, feeling safe and protected was equally crucial. I asked her how I would know if I should stay with Kim or not, and she then said that it truly depended on the qualities that I looked for in a partner. If I wanted someone like Dad, Kim didn't fit the bill. I realized that after seeing how my dad treated my mom over the years, I wanted the same thing to reflect in my relationship. I began to cry and my chest tightened up. I knew what I had to do, and without saying anything, Mom knew my decision. She hugged me and held me for a long time. I went back home and met Kim in the living room. I told him that we needed to talk.